first, let's begin with this story. The cost of purchasing a single-phase meter will no longer be 58,661 naira, but now 81,975,000 naira. This is according to an announcement made by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission. Similarly, the price of a three-phase meter will increase, or was increased rather, to 143,836 naira from 109,684,000 naira. Now, the agency said it increased the cost of the meters to ensure fair and reasonable pricing of meters to both meter asset providers and end-user customers. I don't know how this is sitting with the majority of Nigerians who are already talking about the increment with the tariff. And now you're talking about meters that a majority of Nigerians say they have not been able to access as it is. And so how reasonable this pricing is left to be understood as it is. What were the parameters for pegging this price at over 143,000 from 109,000 as it is? A lot has to be cleared, and NERC has to come out to speak to Nigerians to make them understand. They cannot leave this communication gaps that leaves Nigerians assuming and wondering what is going on.
There's a lot of communication gap, actually, because, for instance, I follow a couple of distribution companies on Instagram and on X. And what I realize is that once there's a power outage, they just post it there. There's no, on the comment section, there's no communication between commenters and the distribution companies.
Even when people comment,
yes.
They don't respond.
People bring up recurring issues of power outages for days in a particular location, and there's no correspondence between the distribution company and the person bringing that allegation. But as it is, increasing electricity meters, like you asked, what were the parameters? Why increasing at this time when you know that everything in Nigeria has, the price has skyrocketed? Look at the price of fuel, the price of electricity, the cost of getting food in your home, even the price of generators. Now, you increase electricity tariff, we don't have constant power. You increase, there are some people who are supposedly in band A, but they are not getting up to 4 hours power a day. So how do you expect people who want to build their own apartment to cope? Because the price of cement also increased, the price of building blocks, price of materials, not the price of prepaid meters. How do you expect people to cope with all of these price increments?
Can people even get these meters that you're talking about? A majority of persons haven't gotten these meters. So on what grounds are you making this increment?
When everybody has not gotten prepaid meters.
What is the issue really? Because as it is, some people might just wonder, okay, I should just begin generating my own electricity.
And get solar all around the house and forget about the wires.
As it is right now, because that is what I've heard and seen a majority of persons say. I was speaking with someone yesterday who said since September 2023, in his area around Ikeja, they haven't had constant power, and that when it blinks, they just have to rush and perhaps charge what is necessary and do whatever it is. It didn't used to be that way. Now, this is before we had this band A matter, band B, band C, band E, and all of that. And there are others who have said that you keep giving estimated billings. They have requested consistently for these meters, but they are not getting them. So now you are talking about this increment. What exactly is the reason behind this increment? Even yesterday, we had the House of Reps debating this matter of the increment in the tariff as it is, that NERC has to look at suspending it at this point, because there has to be some other issues that has to be considered before you start talking about increment in tariff. Even the Senate also debated this matter also. And they are talking about there's the need to just hold on all of this Because at the end of the day, is this a guarantee for constant power supply?
At least if I have constant power, I know that I'm not buying fuel for my generator. I can afford to chest the increment, right?
The increment, be it for the purchase of meters or for the tariff.
Yes.
So, but then, does that guarantee that there will be constant electricity?
There will be a ripple effect. Okay. Businesses will suffer because this increment in fuel price, in tariff, has affected business.
Now, the matter of increment in fuel price, the NNPCL says the price still stands.
The price still stands, yes.
So we cannot be pushing that narrative right now.
Tariff increment, right, for electricity. For instance, now, I was shocked the other day. When I have to have a haircut, and I do with my son and people at home, I just do home service.
Right.
I was surprised when, after everything, I was told per person is 5,000 naira.
Even in your house?
Even in my house.
Using your electricity?
So you can imagine, I was trying to avoid going to the barbing salon to queue and all of that. Bring these guys to my house and you see it. So imagine now this increment, right? And every other thing, price of every other thing has increased. Do you think these people will not suffer?
It comes back to the customers.
Yes.
Because these are the overhead costs that
there'll be little disposable income to go about
will look
these
at
things.
Yes.
Because you might decide, okay, you know what, I will just have to cut my hair at home.
So it's now DIY.
DIY.
Do it yourself.
You learn how to barb your hair. You will learn how to bake your bread. You will learn how to do a whole
So it's about running businesses down as
Many
it is.
businesses.
I think that the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission has to have a conversation around this to make customers understand why they are going in this direction. It's very important as it is. But let's quickly bring you the news updates now.